welcome back to my creative chronic life. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm Nina. I'm the lady behind my creative chronic life. I like to share things, journaling, monthly setups. Sometimes I like to share things about stickers. I do adult coloring and much more. Today I thought I would share with you what's in my sticker book. So this is a reusable sticker album from Josephine Bow Designs. You can see it's got a beautiful pattern which is very reminiscent of Josephine Bow Designs. I unfortunately have scratched it a little, my own doing, mind, but I thought we could go and do a little flip through of what's actually in my sticker journal, because I know I've shared it in previous videos and we've had a bit of interest as to what's in my actual journal. So to start off with, I might not know where everything's from, so I'll try my best, but also these are just like leftover stickers, so we'll get stuck in. This is the first page. I decided to add these black and outlines of this black and white kind of fashion girls, and again a lot of this was in a D-stash. Same with these, I don't know where they are from. These are leftover florals. These are from Little Bloom Papery. They are from Little Bloom Papery. And then we have this entire page. This is like autumn related items that I've kept from the monthly sections and then put them in here. So this is from Harry Wright Designs. We then have an entire month's worth of, I think it's leftovers. I can't imagine it was a full. Yeah, they were leftovers, so from an autumn monthly setup in the kind of memory planner. So I decided rather than just have them tucked away, I would just pop them in here in the hopes that maybe I can just use them as little corner square stickers. Again, very reminiscent of the Harry Wright Designs vertical planning. I do miss it, but at the same time I decided to go in a different path. So I still have extras. This is, by the way, I've taken lots and lots of time to add all these stickers to this book. I found a really cool way which I might show in another video. We've got our date dots that are matching, again Harry Wright Designs. We have a little bit of Harry Wright Designs and then Little Bloom Papery. Again, these are just leftovers of various sticker kits. And then when I need something, I just pull something off because I think it's gonna go well. You can see when I was doing it, I would hope that I'd have them in sections, but then I realized that it doesn't really matter because when I need something I can just flip through. So again, we've got some autumn bits here. Little Bloom Papery, this was a sticker kit from the new year, which is why we've got the 2025 sign for the wine and whatnot. I'm not a wine drinker. I may add some of these to one of the little sisterhood journal stash things that I've got going on. Stars, little washi tapes, I do use them a lot. We then go into this beautiful layout which is also from Little Bloom Papery. Unless I mention who it's from, they're all kits currently from Little Bloom Papery. And again, I've not had the opportunity to use these yet. I've been waiting for late spring, summer to come through. Florals, we then have a couple of items. I think these are from Little Bloom Papery. I'm sure they are, but they also could be from Harry Wright Designs. Quite similar. I feel like these are Harry Wright Designs. Yes, Harry Wright Designs, Harry Wright Designs. We've got some I've cut myself, button stickers and things. Harry Wright Designs. Designing Life D, Designing Life D, Designing Life D. These are just some that I've printed off myself. I'm 99% sure it's either Stick with Kate, because I've had some printables from her, or I've purchased them myself. I can't quite recall, because I just, like I said, I mixed them up. Again, Harry Wright Designs. I think this is Stick with Kate. Harry Wright Designs, Stick with Kate. Harry Wright Designs, and you can see how it's quite easy to recognize, okay, I've got this page, can I create something with this page? And for me that's quite simple to do, and yes, I probably can because I've got lots of elements, because a lot of these kits, it's not just a couple of pages, it's more than that. So in that way you always have lots of leftovers. We then have a couple of bits from Right Designs, Right Design. This one is Little Blown Papery. Then got a variation. This was from a D stash, Designing Life D freebies, Designing Life D. We then have Designing Life D, Designing Life D. Fashion Girls, not sure where they're from, particularly D stash. These particular ones down here are from Right Designs. Designing Life D, Right Designs, not quite sure. Designing Life D. So you can see there's so much variation in terms of what I want to do in terms of setting things up, but I keep like my normal kits in like a separate section, so the ones that are full. So if I find that I've used enough and I've got space, I add them in. I do have 2 more books on the way, so that should be fine. This is Little Blown Papery, Right Designs, Right Designs. We then have some more of the Little Bloom Papery because she does the transparent matte and also the matte paper, and sometimes depending on the journal kits or whatnot, I do like to get them in both variations, and I'm looking forward to using these. Our monthly scripts are from Little Bloom Papery, as is this Be Pretty Strong, Pretty Brave, Pretty Kind. I love them. We got them once in like an advent, and on each of the days of the advent it was wrapped in a little piece of yarn, and I just thought it was magnificent. These were the little sheets you could get from Right Designs, which I think were brilliant, and I wish to come back with more, but I think she's kind of moved away from this type of like fashion and, you know, planning situation, so I use these scarcely. If you look, I've had these in one of my previous videos, Proof of Life for the month of May, so by all means you can check that out to see how I use that. This is from a kit that had leftover stickers on from Right Designs. Little Bloom Papery Christmas Edition, Little Bloom Papery Christmas Edition, same again. As you can see, we're starting to get like towards the end, so I did try to kind of balance them out. These are from Designing Life D, so we had some in normal matte and then this kind of like shiny textured paper, don't know the name of it. We have Little Bloom Papery in the matte paper, and then we go into Right Designs. So I mean, this is a great way to see variation from different shops, and as you can see, it's all artwork, everything's absolutely beautiful, there's lots of it, so I always feel like you get so much more value for your money, but at the same time, what do you do with the leftovers? So in that respect, I'm glad that I've got these books, because it means that I'm not just storing so much paper, and when I'm looking through, I know what I've got, and if I'm like, oh well, I'm sure I've got something blue, I'm sure I've got something pink, I can come in and quickly have a look. These were freebies from Designing Life D. I'm still waiting to use this on like a weekly section, and again, same, I think they're so stunning and beautiful. Right Designs, you can see there's some gaps because I've used some of these, and then we get towards the end. Right Designs, and then we have a mixture. Right Designs, Colour Cafe Date Dots, Colour Cafe from like the baking theme. Right Designs, Right Designs, Right Designs, Little Bloom Papery, Little Bloom Papery, Little Bloom Papery, Right Designs. I do know they're kind of like the shops I've mentioned are usually kind of like my favorite shops, obviously including like Colour Cafe as well. So these are like on the Right Designs journal sticker sheets. You always get leftovers, and sometimes I'm not using them for that, so I decided just to add them in here. When I want to write something, I can. We have these little teeny tiny stickers, and I think they were from, these ones are from Right Designs. I think these was from Designing Life D. I could be wrong, I'm not sure. You can see 2023, which is fine, 2025 goals. These are a mixture, so the top half is from Right Designs, the bottom half is from Stick with Kate. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. Fashion Girls, not sure. This was in a D stash, so I added the little pops of purple here, and then we just have some like little pieces of leftover washi that I wasn't quite sure where to leave, so I added them here. And then we have Little Bloom Papery, just like the little leftover stickers you get, so I just added them here. Obviously I've kept these December ones because all I do is I take off the weekdays, and then wherever, let's say the first is now on a Monday, I add the one to the Monday, and then whatever's left over gets added on, if that makes sense. I just like to reuse them that way. And these are from Designing Life D, Right Designs, And then I wasn't sure what to do with these, because as I was working through getting rid of the sticker case, a lot of these were from Hydrite Designs, but I've now since put the other ones in my icon book, which I'll probably show another time, but I do need to move them there. And then we have one page to kind of hold on to everything, and then that brings us to the end of this. I absolutely love these journal books. I have a couple of variations. I think one from Hydrite Designs, other one was a D-Stash, but mainly I like to pick mine up from Josephine Bow Designs. Lots of variation. If you need any kind of custom orders, you can reach out as well to her. I do have 2 more coming soon, and when they do come, I'll probably do a haul of them, and then maybe I can do a flip through of like the icon booklet, and then my original OG book, which was from Hydrite Designs. Hydrite Designs. That would be really fun to watch. So maybe we could go kind of like do a what's in my reusable sticker album series / let's see what we've got going on, because I think I'm really intrigued to find out what people have in their sticker collections. And then maybe moving forward we can actually do a full current sticker collection where I kind of go through and show you how I store my sticker collection. And so far what I've got at the moment have been really good. Haven't actually ordered a lot of stickers this year so far. Fingers crossed I stick to it, because it's meant to be a kind of no spend / sticker year. But let's see. Hope you've enjoyed this little flip through and little chat. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment box below. You can always find everything related to My Creative Chronic Life on my website at www.mycreativechroniclife.co.uk. Reading reviews, blog posts, comfort checklists, recipes, grab and go freebies, and much more. Well, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.